understood fully embrace the concept of hiring for diversity. Like my thinking was that if you have certain type of tests to find the best developer, why hire someone that's subpar on that test if you know that certain culture of people act a certain way? Like for me, I'm Chinese. If I work with other Chinese people that I have worked with in the past that I know are good, then why do I, or people with certain educational background, why would I spend the time and the risk of hiring people outside those backgrounds? So that's always been my thought about that. And if someone does bad on the test, why kind of hire them? Right? And I think that's a big mistake or misconception. Like my understanding, what I had an epiphany, and what I started to realize was the power of actually hiring people who have different backgrounds. So recently, we hire a couple of people who have more of a corporate background. I have a startup background, so I know how to be scrappy and get things done, and I can see that in other people. But recently, my COO, he hire, and my HR, they hire people with more of a corporate background, which is different from my background. But what I realized was that they brought a lot of value to the company, and they were able to see certain things and set up certain things where I would never would have done, or anyone that's been like in a scrappy startup company, have their own business, would do. So, so one thing realized that needs to have happen is that these people you hire needs to match the value of the company. So you don't compromise on the values of the company. So if it's a very competitive, goal-oriented environment, these people need to be competitive and also goal-oriented. And if they come from a different culture, a different ethnicity, different sex than what you have in your company, it brings a better perspective to your company, and it's a lot more effective. It's a lot more effective if I hire someone that is good, that matches my past experience. So it's more effective um, if I hire someone that's good, that matches my experience, versus someone that's also just as good but have more diverse background, that second person adds a lot more value to the company, because they bring a lot of different perspectives. So my conclusion on this, or my epiphany on this idea of hiring for diversity, is much better, but they need to have the values. They need to be good. They need to be great at what they do. So don't hire someone that, just because they're different, don't hire them for diversity's sakes, and don't hire if you can't determine if they're diverse and you can't determine if they're good or not. Still don't hire them, because you need to hire for diversity, but you also need to hire if they're good. And no matter, from my experience, I've seen a lot of people, I've hired a lot of people, interacted with a lot of people, that I know no matter what their background is, what their past experience, corporate, career wise, what culture they're from, I can recognize certain values, certain behaviors that they have that would make them a great performer. So it's good to have that and bring that into the company. And I'd love to hear from you on your experience with hiring for diversity, what advice you have, and what your past experience have been.